This is section 1 of the riff All Right Now by 3, is performed by guitarist Paul Kossoff. The first chord is a chord of A major. We play this, in this instance, by placing our first finger across the top 4 guitar strings in the 2nd fret. That's to say strings 4, 3, 2 and 1. Although we don't want to hit string 1, we certainly don't want it to sound. We then also put our little finger, 4th finger, on the 6th string at fret 5, which is also an A. This will then mute the open 5th string, but this is how the chord was voiced on the record. It's then struck like this. The chord is then struck again, and then we move over to a chord which is D over an A. That's to say a D major chord with an A in the bass. We do this by retaining our first finger on the 2nd fret, but we also add in our 2nd finger on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and our 3rd finger on the 4th string on the 4th fret. If I put these together, we get this. So it's 2 A's, then the D over the A, and back to the A. One more time. In the right hand part of section 1, we strike the lowest 5 strings, i.e. strings 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, although the 5th string is already muted by the left hand on that opening A major chord. The second strike is the same 5 strings all over again, but we then move to the D chord over an A, which means we strike strings 5, 4, 3 and 2. And then back to that opening A major chord again. Section 2 in the left hand sounds like this, or looks like this. One more time. So what's happening there is that's much easier to play up to speed actually. And what we have is the A major chord, but we only strike strings 5, 4 and 3 as a kind of pickup beat into this shape, where we have the 2nd finger on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, the 3rd finger on the 4th string on the 4th fret, similar to when we played the D over A in section 1, but this time we don't have the bar. We then play strings 4, 3 and 2. So coming from the A, that goes. We then release our hands and play the strings open, and then put those 2 fingers back on again along with the bar for the D over A chord. Then open and back to the A. So very slowly that was this. The right hand for section 2 starts off by striking the A5 chord, which is strings 5, 4 and 3. That's a kind of pickup beat, and then we strum 16th notes on the next shape against strings 4, 3 and 2, like this. The 3rd of those 4 16th notes is actually a dead hit. So we only really play the 1st, 2nd and 4th 16th notes. So if I connect that to the A chord preceding it, we have this. We then follow through and strike that same chord with a downstroke again. We then play some open strings, play those 3 strings again open, and when you put on the next chord, we do the similar strum pattern on those 3 strings again. Then open in the middle of the guitar, really, an open G string or an open G and D, and back to the A. So in slow motion that was this. And this is it with all the sections put together.